How do you get into a position where you lose everything? Well, that's exactly what happened to me in 2020 when the pandemic hit. I lost everything, and I'm still recovering now. I'm still hurting. I still have the trauma, and it's not easy going on. So what happened to me? I invested everything that I had built up over most of a lifetime, 30 years, into a black hole, a black bottomless pit called a restaurant. And I tried as hard as I possibly could. I surrounded myself with the people I thought could lift me up. I marketed the absolute living daylights out of the place, and the busier we got, the deeper that hole became. So what does it look like when you're broke? When you're too scared to open an email? When you're too scared to head to the letterbox in case there's a bill there, because there's going to be a bill there? When people knock on your door and they're debt collectors and they hand you an envelope and your heart just sinks because that black hole gets deeper and deeper. When you're relying on friends and you know that it's impossible to repay them. It rips your heart out when you go to the supermarket and you look at your bank account before you pick up anything off the shelf, and then you go back near the end and you put down a whole lot of things and you change them out for the non-branded version. When you live off the leftovers in the restaurant. When money comes in and it seems like you're saved, but immediately the debt collectors swoop in and take it without you having any control. It's just gone. As soon as it comes in, it's gone. And your heart just sinks. You may have done a big function and you might get $3,000 or $5,000 or $7,000 in, and you think, oh, here I go, but it's gone before you even get a chance to move it. When you go to fill up the car and with petrol, with fuel, and you realize you can't afford to fill it up, and you only half fill it or quarter fill it, and you do it, you drive around until you find the cheapest station to fill with, and it might only be a few cents cheaper, but you do that because you just don't have enough to do it properly. When you get to the end of the month and the gas bill comes in, the power bill comes in, the rent comes in, the wages come in, and you think there's no way I can pay, and you try to hide it and you put it under the pile. It's devastating. When you can't afford a subscription to the internet, subscription to Wi-Fi, subscription to Netflix, nothing. And this went on for a long time. When the registration for the car comes in, when. It seems the focus is it's in the wrong direction. The focus is on the bills, on the debts, on the lack. And that's the problem. When whatever you're focused on, that's where you are headed. And for that period of time, those 2 years, I was completely focused on the lack. I was focused on the debt. I was focused on the cash not being there. And so that became the reality. But my name's not the lost coach. My name's not the hopeless coach. My name is the hope coach. And I'm here to give you hope. Because as soon as I understood that whatever you're focused on becomes your reality, I flicked the switch. I turned it around completely. And I started focusing on having enough. I started focusing on money pouring in. I started focusing on success. I started focusing on customers lining up, great staff appearing out of nowhere impossibly. I started expecting God to bless me in the way that He promises to. And so if this video is about anything, it's about me deep diving into the despair of loss, complete loss, but it's also about inspiring you that there is hope, absolutely hope, guaranteed hope. And God will lift you out of it. Just focus on Him, focus on the right things, and He will lift you out of that pit. I promise it. I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm here to always give you hope. This video is coming to you at the exact right time. If you have found hope and inspiration out of it, would you please go to the comments and type in there hope. It'll push this video to people who need it. If that's your one way to help someone today, please do that.